Welcome back, everyone, to another deep dive. Today we're tackling a head-scratcher, something that blends science and art in a way that'll leave you humming, maybe a little off-key, but humming nonetheless.
Intrigued.
I knew you would be. We're taking on Schrödinger's musical paradox.
Ah, yes, where quantum physics meets music.
Exactly. And to guide our deep dive today, we've got excerpts from a text brilliantly titled Pasted Text. So strap in, because we're about to explore a world where music might just exist even when no one's listening. Ready to unravel this paradox?
Absolutely. Let's dive in.
Okay, so picture this. A box. Not just any box, but one containing a curious ensemble. We've got a cat.
Oh, the classic Schrödinger's cat.
You know it. But there's more. We've also got an electric guitar plugged into an amp with all the bells and whistles, effects pedals galore, and let's not forget a recorder playing a sweet, sweet melody.
Setting the stage for a concert.
Well, sort of. There's one more crucial element, a radioactive atom and a Geiger counter. Now, if this atom decays, it triggers the amp, the effects, the recorder, the whole shebang, filling the box with glorious music. But here's where things get quantumly weird. The atom exists in a state of superposition.
Meaning it's both decayed and not decayed at the same time. It's in this blurry in-between state until we, as observers, peek in.
So following that logic, that means the guitar is also in superposition. It's both silent and rocking out simultaneously.
Precisely. Mind-boggling, isn't it? The very act of playing, the music itself, exists in a state of potentiality.
It's enough to make your head spin. So is it fair to say the music only truly exists once someone listens? Like, are we the ones deciding whether it's music or just eerie silence?
That's the heart of this paradox. It challenges our understanding of what it means for something to exist. Does it require an observer? Until we listen in on this box, both silence and a full-blown jam session are happening at the same time.
Okay, follow me here. Let's say we never open the box. What then? Does the music, or lack thereof, just hang out in this limbo forever? Like a musical purgatory.
That's where quantum decoherence struts onto the stage. Think of it this way. Have you ever been at a concert where the music gets muddled, distorted because there's so much other noise around?
Oh yeah, I've been to some dive bars with less than ideal acoustics.
Exactly. That's kind of like what happens in quantum decoherence. The environment, with all its particles and interactions, ends up disrupting those sound waves, causing that delicate superposition to collapse. And this can happen even without us directly listening.
So in essence, even without us, the environment itself acts as a kind of observer, forcing a musical choice.
Yeah.
Fascinating. I'm starting to see why the source calls this a quantum symphony. It's not just about the weirdness inside the box, it's about a fundamental link between music and quantum physics, right?
Absolutely. That term, quantum symphony, is spot on. Think about how harmonies work, multiple notes all blending together to create a richer sound. That's mirroring what's happening at the quantum level with these particles in superposition. It's like the universe is playing its own grand musical piece.
And our perception shapes how we experience this quantum music, just like how we each individually interpret and enjoy music.
Precisely. It's a beautiful parallel.
It's really cool to see how this paradox has inspired actual artists. The source mentioned how some musicians and visual artists are weaving these quantum themes into their work. It's like this paradox is a muse, pushing them to explore the mysteries of the universe through their art.
Absolutely. But the implications of this paradox stretch far beyond artistic expression.
Oh, tell me more.
It makes you wonder if quantum mechanics itself could revolutionize how we create and experience music.
Whoa, okay, now you've really got my attention.
The source mentioned quantum instruments. Imagine instruments that harness the very principles of superposition to create sounds we've never even dreamed of. Could we even comprehend music born from quantum processes? Would it sound like anything we've ever heard before?
Now you're talking. Imagine quantum concerts, where every note, every chord is shaped by live quantum events. Talk about a unique experience, right? It'd be like the audience is part of the orchestra, their very presence influencing the performance.
It would certainly blur the line between observer and participant.
I love it. And the source also mentioned quantum compositions, the idea that a composer could use quantum events to determine the structure of their music. It's like introducing this element of chance, of unpredictability, almost like the music is composing itself.
It really challenges our traditional understanding of what music is, where it comes from, and it brings us full circle back to the question posed by Schrödinger's musical paradox. Does the music truly exist before we hear it?
It's a question that applies to art in general, right? Our way as listeners passive receivers of music? Or do we actively shape its reality through our perception, our interpretation?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's a question that goes beyond just the physics, delving into the very essence of how we experience and understand art. A lot to ponder, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Oh.
So there we have it, folks. Schrödinger's musical paradox, a journey into a world where music and physics intertwine, where sound and silence exist in a delicate balance.
As you go about your day, consider this. If a symphony orchestrated by quantum events plays in a box and no one is around to hear it, does it still make a sound? Does it even exist?
It's a question that might just leave you humming, pondering, and maybe even inspired to create your own musical exploration of the quantum world. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and keep the music playing, whether anyone's listening or not.
Until next time.